Welcome back to this channel. So I did a job about 2 weeks ago for a woman, Debbie. She had, they call them air handlers. I call it an electric furnace. And she had a heat pump outside. While I was there, she mentioned that she's having plumbing issues with the toilet backing up and the kitchen sink. And I told her, you know, I would head back, and then she got sick. So I'm heading back there to do some plumbing work. I don't know if she has two separate problems, you know, sink, kitchen sink, toilet, or if they're related to something in the main drain going out to the sewer. But I'm going to be doing some plumbing today. So I'm going to head over there now and take a look. Okay, we're here. Get some stuff and go see if we can. See, I'll bring this. Bring in this, throw that in the bucket. Let's start with this. Hey, little guy, look at that squirrel. How you doing, pal? Doing all right? Where you going? Where you going, buddy? I hear you. Here we go. So, let's see what we got here. First thing we gotta do, Maxwell. What are you doing, Maxwell? Buddy boy. We're gonna look inside the toilet. All right, so here's the deal. We're gonna check the tank, and it's got plenty of water. Okay, and we're gonna flush, and that flushed good. Nothing wrong with that. It's filling back up good. Let's see if that's filling up. That's filling up. Well, that, there was nothing wrong with that. So, let's throw some paper in there and see what happens. Because that was fine. Let's put a couple of them in there. It's filling back up. In fact, if anything, it's too high. See the water line? You probably can't see it. Yeah, it's actually just slightly above the water line, but that's good enough. Now, go like that. That's interesting. There's nothing wrong with this toilet. That I can see. I see nothing wrong with this toilet. Let's try this. Let's plug this I'm going to just check all of the drains and see if any of them are slow. See, if you fill this up and you force the drain to, nothing wrong with that. So far, I see nothing wrong. Do the bathtub. Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to or not, but like the sink, it don't drain all the way. It goes down, like it only stays water that much.
You know what? I can't find anything wrong. The toilet flushes, the drain, the.
So if you put toilet paper and stuff,
I did, and I flushed
really?
it.
Oh.
And you're saying this one too?
Well, it
Okay,
don't
so-
drain all the way. It goes.
See-
You can look down there. The water never goes through. I'm not sure if that's the.
Well, here's what I did. I filled it up. Because if you have a plug, if you fill the water up and you make it go down all at once,
Yeah.
it'll go real slow if you have a clog. Like, see that right there? If I pull this,
I don't know.
I mean, that's going fast.
Okay.
So that drained. Now watch. Do that one.
Let's go.
And let's throw another one. And I checked this, and it's working. Because when you flush, it's draining the.
I don't know what the deal is then. Because sometimes, because that's why we're doing this, and I break up the poop because it will, and then it will just, then sometimes it won't shut off. And then so it's a pain in the butt, and then one time it wouldn't fill back up. It was like, okay. So I took
Really?
the plunger and started working it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
maybe
did.
you fixed it.
Maybe I did.
Because I mean,
I'm sorry.
right now I don't see, and it fills up. There's a thing. It says water line. It fills up to the water line. So that's working. You know, it's flushing the water into here. These aren't plugged. I thought maybe the holes in your bowl were plugged. And then it's filling up back up, like it's supposed to.
Okay.
And when it gets all the way up, it's going to shut off, which is what it's supposed to do. This one, you know, well, I mean, there's a little bit of hair in here that. And when you say it doesn't drain all the way, you're looking in the hole,
Yeah,
or it's in the sink.
No, in the hole, honey.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
Well-
draining slow, but now it's not. So that's okay.
you have a P trap. There's always water in there.
Always, yeah.
That's so that the smell.
Oh,
Your pipes are designed so that the smell doesn't come in the house. So it's called a P trap. It's like a U shape.
yeah.
Water's always in there,
Oh,
so the
okay.
smell can't come through the pipe.
Oh, I see.
You know, like this one here.
The kitchen, I had to put Drano in there because it wasn't draining.
I'm gonna go there next. But like, see.
I'm sorry I got you out for that.
No, well, so far, I mean, I wish it would do whatever it's supposed to do because I'm here.
I know.
But I you know, like, I'll try one more time.
I'm
but-
so sorry.
Like, see. Yeah, I mean, it's actually working really well. Like, you know, if you watch.
Well, along with poop in there, maybe that's what's doing it, is the poop.
Well, maybe, but that's going pretty fast. Like if there was something stuck. See, here's your.
Yeah.
If you look over on the side of your
Here's the
toilet.
knuckle.
Yeah, you see this?
Yeah.
If there was something stuck, that wouldn't go down that fast. I mean, it would go slow. It
Yeah,
might have cleared itself, but what I'm going to do,
Probably when I plunged it about a week ago because it was.
Maybe.
I was trying to catch because it was flow. I was like, oh no, so I did plunge it.
well, you might have
couple
fixed
times.
it.
So.
I have a snake.
Well, there's no reason for you to have to go through all that when. I don't think, anyway.
Well, I can.
Sit down, honey.
Yeah. I mean, so far everything's all right. I'm going to come and look at your kitchen here in a minute. So when you flush, see it goes. See this thing right here? That's where it goes, and then it goes down into the drain. So if something gets stuck up in here, that could be a problem. I have this snake. Whoop, it's actually designed just for toilets. It's real short. If there's something stuck in that, you know, it'll you can free it up. So I actually bought this just in case it was broke. See, I'll show you while we're in here. Here's your water line. Comes in. They don't have a shut off. That must be underneath. Usually there's a water shut off right here. The water comes into this bottom of this. I know you probably can't see this. It's so dark, but this right here, this device, I'll show you when you flush. That's a float. Actually, that float is hitting. That's supposed to go down, but I'm not going to mess with it because it's working. That thing floats on water, and it's attached to this, and that closes a valve. Right now, the water is coming through that hose into this tank and filling this tank up. There's a water line right there, and the way this is adjusted, it's adjusted so when that float rises up, in fact, I can show you, watch. The water hasn't filled up yet, but all I got to do is raise it and it'll shut it off. So it's designed so that when this water raises that float to a certain level, it stops the water from coming in to the tank, and it's supposed to be adjusted to that line. It's a little higher, like it just hit the line and it's still going, but it's close enough. I'm not going to mess with it. So it's working. Okay, ready? Flush. Yeah, that's working. There is nothing wrong with that. God, I hope it doesn't mess up after I leave. Yeah, I mean, that's working. Okay, and this is working, and that's working. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything. Everything's working. I'm going to clean that. It's not very dirty, but I'm going to clean it. Her sink in the kitchen. We're going to go look at that. Okay, so here's the kitchen sink, and I don't know, it works. When did Maxwell? When did you put the Drano in?
I think she put it in yesterday.
She might have fixed it.
Debbie?
I think it's working. See, again, let's say here's the pipe. This is the garbage disposal. Okay, these are tied together down to this. This is where it could clog right here in the P-trap. There's a clean out. So let's see, if I fill one side up with water, let's fill this up with water. Okay, if I fill this up with water, right, and then I release it, and this is plugged, the water should go down this pipe, fill up, and come up in here if this is plugged. If it's plugged down the road, I think it should still come up. But with that clean out right there, see, I don't have a snake. I just have that little one. But I can pull that off. I'm going to go get a flashlight. You guys are probably looking at darkness. Okay, so that, see that water? Now watch, when I pull that out, you can even hear it. You can hear it running past there. So it's not plugged. But I'm going to go get my some tools. Maxwell, there's a clean out. So I'm going to take that off. I mean, it's not doing anything wrong, but I'm here. So I'll take this off, look in there, and I don't see, I have this little, you know, I don't have a big plumber's snake that they use. I just got this. Let's turn this on. Now we should see the water run. There it is. You know what it could be? See this right here? This is a vent device. And sometimes they stick. Instead of putting, oh, don't tell me they made it so you can't get it out. They did. Usually you have a vent pipe that goes out of the roof. You have to have air in the system for the water to flow. But on mobile homes, they sometimes use these. And they can stick. They can stick. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I think what I'll do, I'll just go buy one since I'm here. Okay, so this is the new one, this is the old one. It's shorter, which works out good for me because they had this thing so tight it was hitting the bottom of the sink when you just got to the last thread. So now I got a little more room. So I don't know if this is it. Here's what's happening. She's saying that, you know, the toilet backs up sometimes, the kitchen sink backs up. I think there was something else, and I can't make it back up. So if there's a clog, it's not a bad one. And what I do know is you have to have air in the pipe system for everything to flow. And this thing takes the place of a pipe going out of your roof. It screws in there under the sink. If that thing is intermittently sticking so that no air can get into the system, then you'll have, you know, occasional backups. So this is another Hail Mary. I've thrown a few Hail Marys in these series of videos, but I can't get it to see that sign, choose to get, you know, the jab. They should have a sign next to it, or choose not to get the jab. But at least we have a choice here, which is I very much appreciate. Anyway, so this is going to go in. You know, I'm just going to tell them, look, if it happens again, call me. But I'm not sure. You know, I'll probably end up renting one of those big old 50-foot electric snakes from Home Depot. I'll go under the house and I'll snake the main drain line. But I'm hoping this fixes it. So this is a short video, but I'm going to turn this into multiple things because she's got all kinds of problems here. She just told me here a minute ago her washing machine went out. So and she mentioned something with her lights flickering. So she's got two other problems. Oh, and her car. I love working on cars. And she's got a car out here that has a couple of issues that I definitely want to work on, because I actually enjoy working on cars. That's like a hobby. I used to mess around with cars when I was younger. So we're gonna do a bunch of stuff for this lady, and I'll turn it into one video. I'll just have multiple stuff on one video. So let's go do it. Okay, so I'm gonna screw this one in, and we're done with the plumbing for now. Make sure it's tight. Okay, we're done. Let's make sure we don't have a defective one. Let's fill this side. Let's fill them both. We're gonna fill up all the sinks in the tub and drain them all at once and see what happens. Okay, all the drains are working. We're done. I mean, they're working probably better than my drains at home. So we're done with the plumbing. So here's what we're going to do, though. We are going to, we got other issues. So this is going to be a multi-problem issue. We're going to head to the electrical now. Okay. I tested her heat pump, too, because the temperature outside warmed up. The heat pump's working, so it'll save her on a little bit of electricity.
Honey,
Okay.
You want some coffee or something? So I'll make some. And...
No, I'm good. Okay, I got a question now.
Yeah.
Where's the light switch to turn on the lights in the kitchen?
It's right there on this wall on the other side. That's the other one.
On the other side of here?
Right here, no, right here.
Here. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Do you ever notice any other lights flickering? Mm-hmm. So it's not just the kitchen. Oh, that's interesting. Is that? Oh yeah, I'll be damned. Actually broke the bulb off inside there. Look at that. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's broke. Gotta get that out of there. That's out. So that's 1, 2, 3. That one. Looks like that's all of them. Okay. Let's go get some light bulbs.
With attractive women's portraits as the label under glass. For often the decorations in a Victorian barber shop.
Okay. Okay, that one didn't work. So this is not good.
Stonework rock.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's causing a problem, but I think we need to explore that and find out why it's not working. So, this was no good. It had a busted wire. I'm going to go back to Ace and I'm going to hopefully find one of these. Okay, so couldn't find it. It's these people here said they might be able to order it, but you know, it's an old chandelier and they've been living with one light in that chandelier. I think it's got five spots for bulbs, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just taking this one out of the chandelier, so it's gonna be you know, 4 working bulbs and 1 dummy, because I think, I'm not positive, but the wires broke. The hot wire was broke when I pulled this out, and I think it might have been causing a short, which should blow the circuit, should trip the breaker, but you know, who knows? I'm not an electrician, and I don't know all the things that can happen. So I'm hoping maybe that had something to do with the lights dimming, like, you know, just pulling current. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. I'm going back and I'm just gonna take that out of the chandelier. I'm gonna take those wires out and put everything back together, and it's just gonna be a dummy socket. I'll stick a bulb in there. Let's put a bulb in here. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be a, let me tell you what I did. I took the wires out of here, put this all back together. So this isn't hooked up anymore. So this is a dummy bulb. It's going to be a spare. So I got 4 lights in this. And now we're going to try to make that chandelier. Let's see, the weight is going that way. I want to try to make it go. See how it's hanging at a funny angle? Let's see if we can make it stand a little straighter. Okay, that looks pretty straight. How about this way? Stop moving. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay, that's the end of that. We're done. I don't know if that's going to fix it. But if those wires were, if that wire was, you know, like touching, that could cause something like that, I think. So we're going to leave it. If they have any more problems, I can always come back and take a look at it. But so you got 4 working ones, one that doesn't. I'm going to go look at the washing machine.